Number 15. Real or Photoshop? Would have been really cool if the turtle had pulled off such a stunt on his own, but unfortunately the image is photoshopped. Number 14. Real or Photoshop? Here we see a completely painted person, and the picture is not from the computer but rather was recorded in reality by Natalie Fletcher. Number 13. Real or Photoshop? Yeah, they were probably missing a few balloons that could have made this thing actually fly, and they decided to make the whole thing in Photoshop. Number 12. Real or Photoshop? Could you actually have gotten this shot from a real stunt? This one definitely comes from a computer. Number 11. Real or Photoshop? Once again, this one is not real and was created in a computer. Too bad. Number 10. Is this man just really obscure, or is this photoshopped? And yes, indeed, this picture was taken just like this. Number 9. Real or Photoshop? It would have been too good to be true. Of course, this one comes straight from the computer. Number 8. Real or Photoshop? Again, this one looks almost way too perfect, and therefore it has to be the work of a Photoshop artist. Number 7. Is this frozen guy real or Photoshop? This one is actually real, and I have to imagine that both the dog and the guy are deeply suffering here. Number 6. Photoshop or real? This one, also real. Number 5. Real or Photoshop? What do you think? This one is simply brilliant, and this was actually shot by the photographer Christian Adam. Number 4. Real or Photoshop? This one is definitely not real, but you have to admit you can't really recognize that it's been digitally altered. Number 3. Is this a real underwater picture, or is it entirely Photoshopped? fact, this one was taken underwater by photographer Benjamin Wong. Number 2. Real or Photoshop? Well, unfortunately, this one would depend on a woman using invisible ropes, and therefore this image has been put together in Photoshop. And last but not least, number 1. Real or Photoshop? For this one, someone actually was hanging, so Andreas Tauber could shoot this beautiful shot. Well folks, I hope you passed the Real or Photoshop test, and if you like this video, why not check out another one right here. Until next time, see ya!